Hey buddy, they know you're the boss? And every move you make? Oh, it's got them triggered, shaking, sweating, scrambling. They thought you'd stay small. Nah, you flipped the script. You rose higher, louder, sharper. And now, every step you take feels like thunder crashing on their pride. Oh, you can feel it, can't you? That pressure in the air, that silence when you walk in, that look in their eyes that screams, "We can't touch this." And guess what? You earned it. You built it. You own it. And they hate it. But hey, wow, this video? This isn't just words. It's a mirror, a weapon, a fire set loose just for you. Watch it to the end, because every second, every line, it's proof that their jealousy, their envy, their little whispers mean nothing compared to your dominance. And listen, I've got to give it up for you, my audience, my crew, my legends. Yeah, you're not just watchers, you're warriors. You're the reason this message echoes like thunder. So drop your comments, hit that super thanks, and let the world know you're part of this movement. Because today isn't just a video, it's a warning, a roar, a reminder that they know you're the boss now. And nothing's ever gonna change that. So, are you ready to watch them break? They know you're the boss now, and it terrifies them. Oh, the silence is louder than applause. You feel it, don't you? That tension in the air when you walk in, the way their eyes dart, the way their voices stutter, the way their confidence collapses under your presence. That's not coincidence, that's dominance. That's the invisible crown you didn't ask for but earned. And now, they can't stand it. Wow, isn't it poetic? The same ones who once mocked you for daring to stand tall are now choking on the smoke of your fire. They used to see you as background noise, a shadow, a filler. But shadows grow teeth when the light finally hits them. And now you're not a shadow anymore. You're the storm. You see, power doesn't start with noise. It starts with patience. It grows in silence. It builds in those long nights where no one clapped, no one cared, no one believed. But you believed. And that's why you're here now. That's why every step you take feels like thunder to their fragile little world. Yeah, they're triggered. Triggered by the way you don't beg. Triggered by the way you don't chase. Triggered by the way you breathe like the world belongs to you. Because deep down, they know it does. At least the part you've claimed with your sweat, with your scars, with your unshakable will. Nah, they can't handle it. They can't handle the fact that you broke out of the cage they're still rattling inside. They'll never admit it, but you can see it in their fake smiles, in their side comments, in the way they watch you when they think you're not looking. Their fear leaks out, dripping, spilling, staining every attempt to hide it. And oh, that fear is delicious. Not because you need their validation, but because it proves you've done what few ever do. You've shifted the balance. You're not on their level anymore. You've tilted the ground, and now they're slipping, clawing, gasping for something to hold on to while you rise higher. But here's the brutal truth. Dominance comes with a cost. The higher you climb, the more they'll try to drag you down. They can't stand the view you have, so they'll throw stones at the sky, hoping one will hit you. They'll disguise their envy as advice, their weakness as wisdom, their hate as humor. But you'll see through it. You always will. because deep down even they know the truth. You own the silence. You own the room. You own the weight of every second that ticks when you decide to move. And if you own the room now, what happens when you decide to own everything else? They'll come for you. Of course they will. Oh, that's the law of power. The moment you rise, the scavengers circle. They don't attack because you're weak. No, they attack because you're strong. They don't chase the quiet. They chase the loud. They don't plot against the invisible. They plot against the one who cast a shadow too big to ignore. And right now, your shadow has swallowed their comfort whole. Wow. Look at the way they scramble. They hide their claws behind false smiles. They wrap their jealousy in fake compliments. They sharpen their envy into jokes, thinking you won't notice the venom dripping underneath. But you do. You see every twitch, every slip, every mistake that wasn't really a mistake. And with every attempt to cut you down, they expose themselves more. Yeah, this is the irony. Their schemes are the loudest confession. They're screaming without words that you've become the standard. You've become the one they measure themselves against. And they hate it. Because every time you win, it feels like they lose. Every time you breathe freely, it feels like they suffocate. Your rise is their collapse. Your strength is their weakness, staring back at them like a mirror. Nah, don't mistake their noise for power. Noise is desperation. Power is silence. And you've mastered silence. That's why their attacks feel so small, so fragile, so pathetic against you. They'll try to distract you, bait you, drag you back into their mud. But you've learned the oldest truth of dominance. You don't step into the mud, you let them drown in it. And here's the punch they'll never recover from. Every word they throw at you only multiplies your aura. Every lie they tell about you strengthens the legend. Because deep down, everyone can see it. Lies are smoke. Your presence is fire, and fire always wins. But the question is, if their desperation already fuels your strength, what happens when you decide to unleash the full force they've never seen? The full force? They're not ready for it. Oh, they think they've seen your power already. They point at your victories, your presence, your dominance, and whisper, that's all they've got. But here's the joke. They've only seen the surface, the glimpse, the shadow of what you've truly become. The full force hasn't even been touched yet. Wow. Imagine the terror when they realize every move you made so far was restraint. Every step calculated. Every strike measured. You weren't showing off strength. You were holding it back. Because real power doesn't rush. Real power waits. It chooses the exact moment when silence must become thunder. And when that moment comes, nothing can stop the eruption. Yeah, that's the difference between you and them. They waste energy chasing attention. You conserve it. They scream for validation. You let results speak. They're fireworks, loud, flashy, gone in seconds. You're lightning, silent until the strike, blinding when it lands. And once it lands, it changes everything around it. Nah, they're not built to handle that kind of pressure. They're built for gossip, for games, for surface-level victories. You're built for legacy, for permanence, for leaving marks that don't fade when the noise dies. That's why they twitch when you enter, why they stutter when you speak, why they choke when you stand firm, because something inside them whispers the truth. This one can't be broken. And when you finally decide to unleash the force you've been holding, their world shifts. Suddenly, all their schemes look childish. All their noise sounds hollow. All their pride crumbles like dust. Because nothing terrifies a crowd more than realizing they never saw the full picture until it's too late. But here's the real twist. The force you carry isn't just about crushing them, it's about exposing them. It forces them to reveal who they really are when faced with someone untouchable. Some will fold, some will crawl, some will betray themselves just to survive in your presence. And all you'll have to do is watch. The question is, if your unseen force already terrifies them in silence, what happens when your vision starts shaping the future itself? Power shakes them. But vision destroys them. Oh, they can handle raw strength. They've seen strong people before. They've watched muscles flex, tempers flare, and egos explode. Strength is easy to understand, easy to measure, easy to dismiss. But vision is a nightmare. They can't escape, because vision doesn't just crush the present, it rewrites the future. Wow. Imagine standing in front of someone who doesn't just move with the crowd, but bends the crowd itself. Imagine facing someone whose plans stretch beyond today, beyond tomorrow, beyond the tiny boxes you've built to keep yourself safe. That's you. You've become the architect of outcomes, the one who doesn't just play the game, but redesigns the board itself. Yeah, that's why they panic when you speak. Not because your words are louder, but because your words carry weight. The kind of weight that shifts the room, shifts the mood, shifts their illusions into dust. They wanted you to stay ordinary, predictable, trapped in their cycle of envy and mediocrity. But your vision broke that cycle. And once something is broken, it can never be unseen. Nah, they'll never admit it. They'll pretend you're lucky. They'll claim you're arrogant. They'll whisper that you're out of touch. But every time they try to mock you, they reveal their own smallness. Because deep down, they know your vision makes their excuses irrelevant. Your path proves that limits are lies, and that truth alone terrifies them more than any scream or threat ever could. And here's the most brutal part. Vision is contagious. Once people see you rise with clarity, they can't unsee it. Once they witness you move with precision, they start to question their own hesitation. You don't just dominate them, you infect the atmosphere. You shift the standard. You turn the impossible into expectation. That's why they can't stand you. Because you're not just leading yourself, you're forcing them to realize they've been following lies. But understand this. Vision doesn't make you untouchable. It makes you hunted. The more you reshape, the more they resist. The more you create, the more they conspire. Yet every scheme only strengthens the truth. You've already planted seeds they can't uproot. Even if they cut you down, the roots remain. The ground is already marked with your blueprint. And that's the ultimate dominance. Not being seen today, but being impossible to erase tomorrow. They'll vanish, forgotten, swallowed by their own jealousy. You'll remain. Not because they allowed it, but because your vision made it inevitable. So here's the question that burns them alive. Control isn't given, it's taken. Oh, they'll never hand it over willingly. Power, respect, influence. They clutch at it with trembling hands, hoping you'll settle for crumbs. But you didn't rise this far to beg. You didn't endure storms just to accept scraps. Absolute control is seized, not requested. And when you take it, you redefine the rules of the game itself. Wow. Look at their faces when they realize the board no longer belongs to them. The strategies they memorized? Useless. The shortcuts they relied on? Closed. The illusions they worshipped? Shattered. That's what control looks like. Not chaos, but order. Order that bends to your will. Order that forces them to play on your terms or not at all. Yeah, that's the part that triggers them the most. Not just that you win, but that you decide how the winning is measured. You've gone from competitor to creator, from player to architect. They can't argue with results anymore, because you've turned results into your language. And the more they resist, the more obvious it becomes. Their relevance shrinks every time your control expands. Nah, don't think they'll take it lightly. They'll fight harder, they'll scream louder, they'll plot deeper. But desperation isn't power, it's proof of loss. Every desperate move exposes the truth. They no longer call the shots. They're reacting to you. You set the tempo. You shape the battlefield. You decide who rises and who falls. And nothing unsettles them more than realizing they've become extras in your story. Absolute control doesn't mean you crush everything beneath you. It means you stand so firm that nothing can move you. It means your vision is so sharp that distractions dissolve. It means your dominance is so complete that even your silence carries more weight than their screams. And when that level of control is finally visible, they'll ask the question they fear most. How do you stop someone who no longer plays the game, but owns it? And there it is, the truth laid bare. They can scheme, they can whisper, they can throw stones in the dark, but it won't matter, because they know you're the boss now. And their fear, their jealousy, their fake smiles, all of it is just proof of your dominance. Oh, you feel that? That silence after the storm, that heavy air that follows when a truth is too big to ignore. Yeah, that's the weight of who you've become. Not just a name, not just a face, but a force. Wow. And you, my audience, my legends, my people who ride with me till the end. You're part of this fire. Every comment you drop, every super thanks, every time you share this message, you're fueling this storm. You're proving to the world that the ones who rise don't rise alone. They rise with an army watching, clapping, roaring in the shadows. Nah, don't just watch and scroll. Leave your mark. Let them see your name carved into this moment. Let them feel your presence in the comments like footsteps echoing in their heads. Because this is bigger than a video. This is a movement, a warning, a revolution. So here's your final order. Watch it again, share it, stamp your name in the comments, and keep feeding this flame. Because they already know you're the boss, and now they'll never forget it. The game's over, and you won.